Ranger, try and make sure she doesn't get that many souls. And really interesting here with the Cho'Gath. I would have expected the Gnar to deny it from Thanatos, and that's been a classic counterpick. But he's going the other route with a less played champion here, really just trying to win this game in particular.
They'll be able to easily take that down.
And you can see Fudge playing super respectful. He knows, all right, Poppy didn't show on bot side, so he walked all the way down the river and did not roam. Sven has had non-stop push on the bot side, and that really has been the biggest advantage for them in these early levels. It's just this pressure that their bot lane 2v2 has had.
Yeah, and now with the 3 grubs, they're going to try and start taking plates to get some of this gold lead accelerating. Can be pretty important with the Ziggs to have the grubs, and they're actually not doing an early swap. They're looking to pressure this turret right now.
This is 4 members here, and they're going to try to eject one, but the flash forward from Contracts interrupts the ulti. There's the flash forward from Thanatos. They're going to try to burst down Contracts. Contracts incredibly low, and he's knocked down for first blood. On the other side, though, it's Seos and Fudge trying to push this damage back. Knockup does land from Fudge, and now Palafox is here, but Loki's here as well. It's 5 top from Cloud9. Fudge and Seos have got to try to interrupt this wave from getting there. Palafox has got to kite out, uses a shockwave onto Loki, gets him low, but on the other side, it's still Thanatos, Sven, and Blabber holding the wave. Fudge flashes in and feasts on Loki, bites him in half. Blabber's going to fall as well. Shopify outplay. 5 members top for Cloud9 is not nearly enough.
Fudge factor once again with the Cho'Gath. That was amazing from him, recognizing that he could
they want more!
Yeah, in comes the ult from Contracts. He is back, and Sven is going to fall as well. It is 4-1 for Shopify. Meanwhile,
versus the Senna. So with this next Drake coming up, this might be C9's way to fight their way back in the game.
Blabber is going to be spotted, but there's Shopify. They're going to go for the engage. Senna ult comes through. Blabber's in a lot of trouble. Teleport now coming in here from Loki. Loki with reinforcements. Thanatos trying to turn around on Seos, and Seos is going to get stunned against the wall and knocked down. And Contracts now has nowhere to go. Going to get flicked back in by Loki. Tries to take Vulcan, but can't do it. And now Fudge is going to have to run as well. Shopify, again, just so many members from Cloud9 overloading one side of the map. They're going to be able to give the shutdown as well to Loki. That is big, but there are 2 lanes being pushed in by Shopify, so they're trading back some plates and some minion gold as well.
Contracts tried to cheat one there. He thought if they got the jump on Blabber, maybe they'd be able to win the game, but they've actually just given the window back for C9. That's a situation where they're getting so many plays topside. If he doesn't go for that fast play, they just concede and they keep their large gold.
Tower should be able to finish it off pretty easily here, and that will be first turret of the game going to Shopify. So that is the feats of strength secured. They get the upgraded boots, and that is with the other team having Ziggs and Grubs. So actually pretty surprising.
Yeah, and we did see that Shopify actually were able to pull TL on the map when they were going up against the Ziggs in their previous game.
Seos flashing. Loki tries to flash out, but he still gets caught, and now he's going to be stunned up by Contract. Knocked down by B-Boy. Ready from Fudge. He would love to be able to grab another stack, and it looks like Blabber's just going to be giving it up. Vulcan's going to back off, so they want to give this over here to Fudge. They are able to do it, but he doesn't have a single minion feast stack yet, so he's got to start cycling through that. Because we're 15 minutes into the game. He's only sitting on
these windows again to take down turrets with their
the hook actually connects onto Sven, and Sven is just gone. Seos finds another one.
Wow.
Seos is just hitting these hooks, man. Every time I feel like I'm trying to set up some sort of macro play, he just hits another hook, and another C9 member is dying. They'll be able to get this mid-tier 1 with the Herald off of that as well, and potentially be able to...
Ults all around. We have core items for basically everyone.
C9 are just going to go. They're looking for Contracts. He doesn't get the stun against the wall, though, and now Seos going to be fighting here with Vulcan. Gets flicked back. Thanatos and Blabber on the right side. C9 need to rejoin the rest of their team. Sven, though, looking for poke over the wall. Can't quite find it. You can see Fudge just trying to play bodyguard on the side. Well, Blabber is hunting for a steal. The wall comes down. Contracts on the wrong side of it. Senna ult going to buy some time. Shockwave does connect there onto Loki. Loki incredibly low, and Loki going to be knocked down, but Contracts trying to survive on the side. Has to run. Gets knocked down. Thanatos going crazy. The feast is used by Fudge, and they lost their jungler, so it's going to be C9's Dragon, very likely. But Blabber actually has no smite. He used his smite in the fight, so if Fudge can get back in, it's going to be engaged over the wall, though, from Vulcan, and Fudge is going to get locked down and knocked down. Shopify will have to retreat. Palafox and B-Boy not able to finish the job.
Oh, such a great fight right there. C9 narrowly comes out on top. It almost 50 CS up now. is very
Vulcan going to be in some
for him.
trouble, does get ruptured up, silenced, and he's going to be hooked in. The CC just does not end. Fudge gets another feast stack. Loki has arrived and does hit a multi-man flick there, but he's going to be in trouble now. They're just going to turn around on Loki. They can't take this fight. The shockwave will not connect onto Sven, but Shopify get 2, and they are the ones who are heading to Otacon.
Yeah, they're pinging on the Otacon. We'll see if they want to take that or if C9 are going to kind of try to stop them. C9 should be able to take down potentially this mid-tier 1 in response, but Palafox is defending it pretty well.
Yeah.
And again, like, really...
Sven is TPing. They see him. They're just going to turn for this as he arrives. Has to flash over the wall, but Blabber is here now. Seos is sectioned off from the rest of the team. And Otacon is taking a long time to kill. Loki's going to be up in 10 with teleport. That has bought enough time. It might be a thanks for the leash angle here as C9 now get a kill on Seos. Loki is respawning. He can teleport to join if they want to keep this leash, and they're going to do just that for now as Sven is trying to control this tri-brush.
The Death Magnet is active, it feels like. I believe Shopify is just going to concede this with the feast up, but not wanting to overreach yet again. C9 wins this day.
Yeah, C9 going to be able to grab Otacon.
Gold lead. He wants to use this lead right away.
Oh, and he's looking right in for contract. This is going to be a great combo coming through from Vulcan as the team is getting locked down. And now the double seismic shove. B-Boy in the back line, though, looking for Loki. Fudge has arrived. Palafox has got to run, but he's going to get stunned up and cut in half as Thanatos calls. Fudge and B-Boy can do nothing. It's 3 for 0. It's the Dragon right after the Otacon. The hits just keep on coming.
And that's where we see the power of the C9 composition, being able to layer their CC. That was a beautiful flick on the back half of it from Loki, who I think Shopify thus far had done a pretty good job of removing him from the fight.
To take ground, stealing the blue buff, and pushing Contracts off his wolves.
Yep, and as we say, wow, Contract's taking a lot of damage there.
Go down.
Yeah, Contract's having to run here. The Ziggs ulti is going to be enough. Loki is able to finish the job here as Blabber and Loki.
Tier 2, again, they have the Ziggs, so it should easily be theirs.
Yeah, Blabber going to be in some trouble here. Is going to get rooted up. They get him hooked in. He's going to be shut down as it's another here from Thanatos. He is very far behind them.
Yes, he
is. And they have no idea. No one has reacted to this whatsoever. And here's the bad news. Thanatos is behind you. You got no flash. You got no chance. B-Boy is gone. Palafox sure to follow. It's C9 crushing the fight off of a beautiful TP from Thanatos.
B-Boy absolutely explodes there, and they're going to be able to clean up Seos as well. Contracts is going to go down. The Drake is C9's. What a beautiful flank coming out of Thanatos' Renekton.
He is having a great performance right now. Definitely going to...
We see C9 cleaning up that Drake fight. They're also currently in play cleaning up on the Baron.
Yeah, does Fudge have flash? He does, but he has no way to get over there. C9 just going to zone him off here. Thanatos marks Fudge.
He's only at 88.
And they've really struggled to get kind of organized team fights on the Shopify side, right? You know, it is not that they're having to kill off Fudge and then get to the back line. He's not tanky enough. It's that Palafox and B-Boy are dead very quickly in all the fights that they are losing. You know, C9 has had great engages, and now they're looking here for Fudge. Blabber threatening the wrap around. Fudge is going to get flicked back. The tower going down in a hurry, but in comes Contracts trying to turn around here. Can't find anyone to stun down. And now the tower is just in satchel range, so it's going to get executed by Sven. C9 continues the march forward here. 7.5K in the lead. They do fight Thanatos. Thanatos going to get locked down. He's going to get Shockwave, but they can't finish him off until just now as Fudge flashes in and feasts on him. But Fudge now in so much trouble. Look at the positioning from Sven and Loki. They just can't get to him. Fudge, though, being shielded up, being protected as much as possible by his team. Blabber finally has the damage to get a kill on the top laner. It is just a 1-for-1 at the end of the day. But the Ocean Soul doing so much work here for Cloud9.
They had to spend so much to get through Thanatos' Sterix, and it means that they can just stay on the map right now. C9 breaks top inhib. They're working on mid, even though that was almost worst case scenario. Their strongest member dies, caught away from the rest. Credit to Sven as well for pulling out the Ziggs in this situation.
Pretty far forward, is going to get hooked in after the stun. There's the center route coming through, but Blabber arrives, and Blabber gets a nice knock up on multiple members. Contract takes the Ziggs ulti to the face, but Palafox on the side almost kills off Sven. Can't quite do it, and now B-Boy is going to be pinned against the wall, and Loki signs his death warrant. They're looking for Palafox. The seismic shove will force Palafox's flash. He gets out alive, but the base is taking the punishment.
Nicely done there by C9. Sven almost gets one shot by Palafox. Not quite enough damage. And then with the Ocean Soul, everybody back to full health.
Yeah. And I mean, the big thing is there's no way that Shopify can stop C9 from jumping on B-Boy. Like, they just
They're just going to go. Vulcan looking to finish this one off. Blabber's in the back line. Palafox is dead. The carries are gone. They do try to get one back here, though, as Vulcan falls. Fudge, though, retreating to the base here. They have no wave clear. They've got to buy time for B-Boy, but the first Nexus Tower is already gone, and Cloud9 is looking like they're seconds away from claiming this game. Fudge is the target. Fudge is down. Contracts on the side, fighting as best as he can, but it's not going to be enough. Cloud9 take the kills, they take the game, and they take the lead in the lower bracket finals.
It started with the Fudge.
They definitely do.
Ooh, Vulcan Bard. We're in for a treat now.
That's pretty good. Which comp do you prefer between the two?
I'm not going to lie, I honestly prefer Shopify's comp. I feel like they have pretty good matchups.
While C9 is going to be able to take down that first Drake, and we have Thanatos putting a little bit of pressure on this bot side turret, as Blabber and Vulcan might be looking to get something done down here.
Yeah, looking for a 3-man dive here potentially. They do have Thanatos to tank this one up, so we'll see if they can set up the play well. Fudge now level 7, gonna have to try to outplay this. Pops the ulti early, nice flash back, buying some space and some time for himself, but he's gonna get knocked up and he's gonna get knocked down. First blood, grab.
Wasn't grouped. And honestly, when we look at these team compositions, I still see a lot of engage by C9. So they still have a lot of trigger pull from every individual member. And I wonder if we're going to see a different, more grouping from Shopify, because Azale, you were talking in between games.
Yeah, Palafox doesn't see it. They don't actually know they're getting teleported on. They will see the ball going over top, and now the flash comes out. Palafox used the ult to disengage, but he's going to actually be immune there by Loki, who now shuffles him back. The abscond abduct was timed perfect.
Stealing the engage. He has a plethora of great ults to choose from, right, in all of these team fights. And that
tanks aren't effective unless they can provide some level of threat. As Contracts goes
nice
for a
flash
fight.
in. Oh, great denial there from Vulcan with the Tempered Fate. Buys a lot of time. Loki is coming here. Here comes the turnaround from Seos. Gets a nice ulti across multiple members, but they don't have the damage just yet. Oh. Loki gets a kill there. It is 2 for 0 for Cloud9. Vulcan bought so much time.
Yeah, that wasn't even close. Fudge was trying to TP flank from behind. He might end up dying here as well. He will have to probably burn his flash or ult to get away. Just a disaster there from Shopify, and well turned by C9.
Really, really nice play from Vulcan.
Listen in there. Blabber perfectly predicted the play. He said, get ready to bartle me if they flash on me here. Walks up, finds the play. Loki now looking for Palafox here. Trying to get aggressive. Showed he had the Kaisal, but he actually had the Nico one there. That was crazy.
He's just locked in. And sometimes you get little snippets of that from like the top players that win time and time again, is they'll be able to do these things. Like, it's one thing to find, and things can be so much more well coordinated. And now C9 is just going wherever they want on the map. They've cleared bottom turret. We have a super fed Silas. Blabber is just controlling this game.
Blabber
40 CS advantage.
Yeah, Blabber was driving in there. Contract was trying to see if he could find an angle on the blast gun. Couldn't find it.
Yeah, and as you see, Silas is actually also able to push in on this bot side as well. Really, really nice from C9, and Blabber will also be at least having a look at this Drake. Yeah, it doesn't look like Shopify are going to go.
It's pretty uncontestable. And I will also say, this composition, I know Sniper said that he would prefer the Shopify side.
He has the Soul and Ultimate, so I think it's time to run here. Contract's going to get caught out, and C9 are keeping Otacon leashed, but in comes Thanatos. Contract's going to get knocked down. He did find the ulti, but nothing happening after that, and it's looking like it's an easy secure on the Otacon for Cloud9.
Beautifully done by C9. Blabber looking for a little bit more on the back end. Does get stuffed and pulled back by Aatrox, but it's all about playing the slow game here for C9. They got the Otacon. Loki left, so Thanatos has to run.
Yeah, Thanatos is running. B-Boy going to be ulting in there. Palafox comes in. They are going to lose Thanatos. He had no ulti. Just kind of overstaying his welcome as Loki TP'd out. Blabber had left. They are pushing 5-man squad, ready and waiting for Shopify as they try to walk in.
C9 probably want to pull the trigger.
Blabber's going to actually look here. No clone available. They force out the flash from B-Boy. It's Blabber in the back line, though. He's going to be able to knock down Seos with some help from Sven over the wall. Next is Fudge on the chopping block as Loki's going to get in the back line. Steals the Azir. The Bard ult does not connect, but neither does Palafox's ult over the wall. Loki going to flash in, and he scoops them all in to knock them all down. What an ultimate from Loki. They're taking over the fight. Fudge trying to make it happen, but he can't even get one. Cloud9, 7K ahead. They're going to grab the soul. What a fight from Loki.
What an ultimate. Blabber immediately gets blown up, and that takes so much away from their team fighting.
Through, but it actually missed, so he ended up using his ultimate for nothing. Then didn't have that to peel, and now Loki looking to chase him down. Palafox will be able to knock him down, but there's the abscond, there's the abduct, there's a solo kill. 5-0-5 for Loki. He's running away with this one.
And C9 running away with the game on the backs of Loki, but I mean, on the back of the entire team, right?
Yeah.
Like, especially this mid-jungle duo specifically. Blabber, we already talked about how great of a start.
The rest of the squad is just kind of zoning them off. It is going to be spotted now there by the Void Seeker from Bvoy, as Contracts is trying to walk in, but he just can't get through. And I mean, great, you fan Thanatos, but he is way too tanky to really threaten at this point. And now Loki is just fighting Fudge on the side, and Fudge is running back to the tower, but nowhere is safe against Loki. Contracts going to get ulted up there by Vulcan. They've got the Baron, and now they've got the kill as well. In goes Seos. He's going to be able to get that ulti over onto Sven, and Sven is going to be shut down. Blabber in the backline looking for Palafox, can't quite find him, but Loki arrived, and we know how that goes now. Loki is godlike. He is crushing them. Back-to-back fights. Loki is just taking over.
This is one of those games that's so fun you don't want it to end if you're Loki, because you're so rarely this strong where anywhere you go, you can just solo kill what's in front of you.
Oh, he's going to get another one. Palafox, you're in the wrong spot now, my man. The abscond abduct does not connect, but he has another one already. He's going to go in. He's going to be able to get another solo kill under the inhibitor tower. Loki is eating good in game number 2.
Oh my gosh, what a fantastic game from Loki. And what a fantastic, again, use of the Silas angle. I really, really like what C9 put together compositionally as a whole here. And then how they've been playing with it has just been amazing.
Yes, C9 are eating good. You know where you could be eating good? At Regal Cinemas, where there's going to be a watch party tomorrow. You can get yourself a nice bucket of popcorn, maybe some candies, you know, whatever you like, a giant soda, and you can watch the finals with some friends. And there's going to be giveaways for skins and all kinds of different stuff there. Scan the QR code on screen, and maybe we'll see you there.
Winner of this series versus FlyQuest. Currently, it's looking like C9 if this game is any
looking like Loki. It's the winner of this series.
It really is, man. I can't believe he hasn't upgraded to a Soul Stealer yet. So he's still in control of his item build. 4 full items as well as a 10-stack Dark Seal. Level 18 Silas at 28 minutes.
4-level lead
unreal.
in mid lane, plus a 6.5k gold lead. He's a little bit strong.
Also Infernal Soul.
Yeah. Okay, well, you're definitely killing that guy, that's for sure. Shopify gonna have to try to pull off a miracle here, but it's hard to even draw up the play that could get them back. Bard ulti does come through. Contracts flashing forward, does connect onto Vulcan. Loki looking for the engage, so he's in the back line. And Loki just snaps back over on Contracts, knocks him down. Fudge pops the ulti. You can see on the side, Sales is going to be able to ult Blabber in the well, but even with them getting knocked in the fountain, they can't kill Blabber. Seos, the last man standing, but not for long. It looks like they want to try to dive him. The Nexus falls first, 23-2. Cloud9 moving to match. Answers of things like Varus, you know, also Ashe even being quite successful. It is going to be Renata, and it is triple melee against that Renata, so the hostile takeover should get a lot of value here and allow Bvoy to play more.
What's something that you tell, actually, you know what, for now we're just going to send this one straight back to the caster so they can cover this one.
Contracts going for Vulcan. Vulcan flashes away, but he's going to get pillared back, and it's going to be first blood grabbed there by Contracts, but they are not satisfied with that. They're trying to finish off Sven. Sven does not flash the spear.
And then going forward, we'll see how important it is for them to keep this Yone down as...
Blabber has no flash. He's going to get pillared in. The Equalizer doing some work. In comes Galio to try to bail him out, but Fudge is there to cook him up. That tree's going to get burned. The spears definitely stacking up, and Blabber's just overdoing Krugs. Oh, they're going to look for an engage now, though, onto Loki. Loki in a lot of trouble. Electrocute does proc. Has to use the Fated Seal just to retreat back to his turret. It is a 1-for-1 ultimate trade, but it's Fudge now moving in, trying to threaten a dive here, and they're going to look for an engage now. Bvoy flashes forward, but Blabber is here. Bvoy now could be in some trouble. He's going to get blocked up at the True Shot Barrage, connects on multiple members. Contracts now trying to turn this around. There's the hostile takeover, it only connects onto Blabber, but it's going to be Contracts getting knocked down, and now Seos is in a lot of trouble. C9 are crushing this fight. It is a 3-for-0 off the attempted gank from Contracts.
And that's exactly as we see Fudge, and Thanatos is going to actually have to flash
To me,
out.
it looked like Blabber just read that play exactly again because they knew he was on the Dragon. As soon as the Dragon died, he finished Krugs and he just went and stood behind his bot lane, collected this wave as Shopify trying to get some vision back around this Dragon. They don't want to allow Cloud9 just continue grabbing these objectives. They are moving in, but there is the Faded Seal coming across multiple members. B-Boy going in aggressive, Contract's already down. B-Boy trying to get in there, trying to make a kill happen, but he's not going to be able to get it. The bailout expires. The equalizer is good, but it is not good enough. As on the other side, Loki kills another. It's a double for the C9 mid laner, and we saw how that looked last game.
And C9 has been so decisive around Drake fights. That's the biggest difference I've seen from them. It's also incredibly difficult to move through Leandri's Maokai and retake a zone. You see
Fudge.
why there. They just
dead.
one-shot them.
Again. Behind the curve here against this Ezreal, and Kalista needs to be ahead because you need to be able to be in the mix, especially when there's this much CC, this much lockdown across all these melee champions.
Stuff like this from Blabber, right? Because you can tell he's waiting there. He can send the ult to completely zone them off if he needs it, but he doesn't even need to do
the C9 playoffs timeline. Obviously, had dominated. If you go back even further, it was even more dominant. They've been making so many
destroying people.
Yeah, Loki almost kills Fudge there, and that is problematic. Now Vulcan looking for contracts. He's going to get tethered up, and in comes the Maokai CC. Loki, though, backing off as Seo's going to get thrown in. True Shot Barrage connects on multiple members. There's the hostile takeover. Not looking that hostile. It's kind of looking friendly, honestly, as Sven going to face check Palafox. Does lose half his health for his efforts and will have to back off.
Loki's not, or Thanatos is not even here. He's Galio pushing the top lane, while C9 is also pushing them out the bot side.
Yeah. Oh.
Blabber going to be going in with the Blast Cone. Blabber has to flash out to safety, though. Was very aggressive. Now, in comes the Galio TP. Is he going to go for it? Doesn't have to, as Loki gets the kill on his own. Fudge is behind him, but he's going to get found out here by Thanatos. Equalizer drop behind them, but didn't even have to fight through it. On the other side, it's going to be Blabber and Thanatos winning this fight out against Fudge. We have to see the top side, though, as Sven is on a rampage. Sven gets a kill off of screen. Thanatos and Blabber do combine to kill one more. Cloud9 winning on both sides, and the Herald is going to get driven into the inhibitor tower here. Nope, he's going to take a little drift for the mid lane tier 2 instead. They are getting so much value out of this push. Non-stop kills, non-stop action, everything going C9's way.
Absolutely phenomenal map play from C9, and also just
He's got a flash barrier, he has so much mobility, so it is going to be very difficult now for Shopify. They need to find an angle for a perfect engage, but when you're playing this style of comp that doesn't have true hard engage, it is so tough.
Break completely uncontested, and now they're on the Otacon, two-manning it, while Sven and Vulcan are here in mid lane, and Thanatos is holding off Fudge.
Of those flowers have been picked. Looking with the Maokai ult, won't find too much. B-Boy does get connected on. Thanatos is going to get behind him, and B-Boy may have to flash now. He doesn't actually react to it. There's a cleanse, there's a flash. It just doesn't even matter. Plus Loki is enough to get the job done, and now Seos is going to be spotted. Palafox is sent running. Everyone is scattering for the hills, but there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. Cloud9 is coming for this sweep.
This Maokai coming out of Blabber is so aggressive. I've absolutely loved his setup.
Comfort right here. C9 just looks so organized. That's the thing that stands out to me. And they're seeing these plays so well in advance.
This could be a final attempt at a play here. Fudge is going to TP and does have his second item. Contract's very ahead of the play, though. The equalizer does drop down. Contracts is going to fall. You can see Thanatos getting incredibly low. Goes into the stasis, though, as they get a kill onto Palafox. B-Boy has now arrived, but Loki is there with him. Loki is tanking up the tower. Loki is going to have to snap back into that tower eventually here. Fudge on the other side is going to get a kill. The bailout is there. Can he get the shutdown? He does get one. It is a reset, but it's not quite enough. They kill off Loki, though, as he snapped back. Sven now fighting here with Contracts, very unafraid. Thanatos coming on the side now. It's going to be Contracts taunted up as B-Boy is locked down. He's got no summoners this time, no way out. You can see that Maokai root connects into the back line, and there's Loki with the follow-up. They get a second. Seos is down, and Fudge is sure to follow. He is overheated, and he is dead. Contracts trying to hide here from Vulcan. Will get spotted now, though, as Contracts going to be able to get rooted up. Does pillar out Thanatos, so it's just Vulcan in 1v1 right now. Going to be chasing him down, though. You just can't get away from the tethers. The CC just doesn't ever end. Sven goes godlike. It's 18-6. It's an 11K gold lead, and Cloud9 are already in the base.
Yeah, I was gonna say, meanwhile, Blabber and Loki are just tearing apart their base, right? They're gonna be able to take down this mid-inhib turret, mid-inhib soon to follow. C9 just cleaning up everywhere.
They really are. They're looking to put this Shopify Cinderella.
It's going to be a difficult approach, and this one is going down very quickly. They see Contracts now, and Sven's just going to go over the wall right for him. Loki as well, in on Fudge. Fudge is taunted up, and he's going to be knocked down. Contracts is sure to follow. Sven legendary once more here. It's Blabber still in the pit, and it's Loki on the side here. Going to get some assistance from Thanatos. Palafox on the run, and so is the bot lane on the other side. Thanatos cannot connect with the taunt, but in goes Loki, and Loki with the soul unbound is looking to take down B-Boy. B-Boy down incredibly low, can't get the reset, and Thanatos will not stop. There's the tether, and here comes the ace. It's all done but the crying. Cloud9 march on the Nexus. They will not be stopped in the lower bracket. They dominate Shopify in games 2 and 3. 15,000 the gold lead. 23-6 is the kill score. Cloud9 are coming for that rematch. FlyQuest better be ready.
Blabber said he wanted to return to international competition. He's one series away from...
Thank you very much. I'm here with C9 victorious, as well as Blabber, their jungler. Congratulations on the win, first of all. 3-0, and I got to start there. From your perspective, what was it that allowed you to dominate this series so hard?
I'm not sure. I thought it would be closer, honestly, than it was. I definitely thought we were the favorites going into this. But I think maybe they just played bad today, or we played really good. But yeah, I mean, it was nice.
Contracts had a lot of confidence coming into this series. He let us know on camera. How intimidated were you by the momentum that they were carrying?
I wasn't intimidated at all. From my point of view, like, this split has been a two-team split, and they didn't beat us or FlyQuest, so I didn't really care. So I wasn't too worried about them, but I did think that they were a good team. Like, I wasn't underestimating that at all. And I think it's cool that he was, confident, and yeah, we won though.
You did end up taking the win, again, 3-0, very dominant, as opposed to the beginning of the split where, when we were talking to you on camera last, you were saying you didn't feel like the team was necessarily at their peak early on. You've been scaling. So what do you feel about where the team is right now? Is this a championship winning form, Cloud9?
I think so. I think we're going to win tomorrow.
What thoughts do you have about FlyQuest, and specifically your jungler opponent in Inspired?
I don't really have any particular thoughts. I think we just need to play a bit better than we did last week. I think last week we easily could have won that series as well. Also, obviously, easily could have, we did lose it, but I think if we just play slightly better than we did last week, we'll win this time around.
All right, any words of encouragement for the fans out there still cheering you on in your playoff run?
I don't know about encouragement, but I've never won from the lower bracket, so I'm hoping to be able to do it this time.
All right, a win from the lower bracket. We'll be cheering you on. We have a little tradition here as well, Blabber, from the crowd, in that we love our buckets. The fans chant for this all the time, especially during finals weekend. Would you and the team be willing to sign this bucket so we can give it out tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, perfect. I have a marker right here. I'm going to let you take that one.
Yeah, right.
And we'll get the Blabber signed bucket. Perfect. We're going to get the rest of the team to sign this one as well. But thank you so much, Blabber. We just heard from him here in the fan zone. Now, let's hear in on the game-ending calls.
Nice guys.
Please.
Nice game.
Nice, I got 1 kill.
Nice.
Oh, nice. I didn't get 1 kill. Can I get 1 kill? Can I get jungle?
No.
A rumble?
No.
Give it to time.
No.
Give it time.
Job's not done yet.
Job's not done.
Okay.
Today didn't matter. Tomorrow's all that matters.
Go Drake.
Facts. Oh, Drake. Base.
Drake. Thanatos base. Hey! Drake, Thanatos.
I died too.
Cannon. Nice.
Nah?
No, actually. Yeah, they're objective-minded. We need Drake, guys. Dragon! The
Freaking
stats.
dragon.
So we get our finals. C9 versus FlyQuest.
Yeah.
First of all, I'll ask you, gut feeling from just watching the series today.
I expected more from Shopify. I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were gonna beat C9, but unfortunately they didn't.
Yeah.
I think C9 played really well, so props to C9 for playing good.
Yep. I mean, at the end there too, their comms, they were just like, today didn't matter. It's all about tomorrow.
Yeah.
So looking forward to tomorrow versus FlyQuest though. Any predictions there?
I'm gonna go with FlyQuest 3-1 or 3-2. I think, honestly, Bippo's just the GOAT. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He's like the top laner I struggle against the most, and I feel like he utilizes Thanatos very well. So I think as long as you can do that to Cloud9, you're gonna beat them. So that's why I think. Yeah.
That's true. And the drafting versus FlyQuest just has to be. Like, I'll get an aneurysm just thinking about what Whippo can pick. Suddenly, like, oh, now Busio can play Janna into us. So, like, maybe there's so much that you have to deal with going up against them. So that is a really good point. Any final note on Shopify? They've gotten 3rd place now, which is way better than anyone would have expected.
What do you guys think, honestly? I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think.
I mean,
about that.
I'm super proud of them. You know, they made a lot of adjustments. They brought in Demonte as well, and Type talked about how much he's changed the mentality on that team, and really cool and exciting to watch them improve over the course of this split. So I'm excited to see next split.
Yeah, I want to hear 100%. From, just before we get to you, actually, we have Kangas standing right next to Fudge, so I want to hear his thoughts.
Yeah, go.
Thank you very much. Fudge, tough series right there, 0-3. I want to get your first thoughts coming out of that one. I know it's got to be a little disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like game 1 was like at least somewhat close. Like we had some decent moments, and I felt like it was the most winnable game out of the whole series. I think that game, we kind of just messed up a lot of fights, and game 2 and 3 felt like we just got behind early game and couldn't play, honestly. I don't know, the game 2 and those kind of games are like the worst kind of games to play, where it feels like you're just slowly losing everything and you can't win a fight. But game 1, I think we actually could have easily won after they messed up the whole like overload situation in top lane and I got a triple kill. But yeah, overall feels pretty disappointing, especially game 2 and 3. I felt like if all games were like game 1 and we lost 3-0, I wouldn't feel as bad because I felt like there's like more of a fight, but it felt like we just got stomped in game 2 and 3.
Well, I want to talk about your individual performance because I really do feel that individually you were having a lot of really cool moments, big plays, specifically that game 1, the Cho'Gath, you know, getting that level 3 and push him out of lane. So I just want to give you a chance to reflect on your performance in this finals and also your journey all split, because it really has been a long journey for the team and yourself to get to this top 3 position.
Yeah, I mean, game 1, I thought I played okay in the early game. I mean, my laning phase is generally pretty stable. I just neutralized Renekton, and then I felt like after I got the triple kill, I should have probably been a lot stronger in the game. I think maybe my itemization or just like the fighting in general, I could have played a little bit better. And just as a team, I think we didn't take good fights, to be honest, in that game. And the rest of the games, I felt like I was kind of just in like, I felt like every game was kind of just like a neutralizing matchup. It wasn't really like any carry, B carry, like banger matchup. It was just like Sion, Aatrox, Galio Rumble, Cho'Gath, Renekton, like all these kind of like neutralizing matchups, which game 3 I wanted to play something a little bit more, you know, juicy, like something that I could like maybe win lane on, but yeah, it felt kind of bad because obviously the way the draft panned out, I should have taken Rumble. I felt like I performed not super well, especially in like game 1. I mean, honestly, game 2 and 3 I felt like was a little bit out of my hands. At least that's how I felt in the game. I'm not sure if I could have done more. I mean, I'm sure I could have, but didn't feel like I had a lot of say in those games at least. But game 1, I really felt like I should have carried. Yeah.
I gotta say, because you've been a champion, you've won championships, you've lost championships. How often do you find yourself going back into moments like that and rethinking? And if you do that, how long is that gonna last in the Fudge brain, rattling around saying, "Ooh, I could have done this, I could have done that"?
I mean, it's gonna last for like at least a week, for sure. I'm gonna like rewatch the games. I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I should have done this, should have done this," and obviously, it really sucks to rewatch the losing games, but that's always like the most productive, for me at least. I mean, during the series, I didn't take it to heart too much. I just tried to move on and play the next game, because I feel like if you like rethink it too much during the series, you kind of just play worse. But yeah, I felt like we just kind of lost our confidence after game 1, and even in game 1, I felt like we just misplayed a lot. So for me, obviously, it's gonna feel bad. You know, losses, I'm right off a loss, so the emotions are higher right now in terms of negativity, but yeah, stressful.
Well, I want to focus on the positives, because split 1, we had this line of the top 4 teams, the bottom 4 teams, and Shopify Rebellion was in that bottom 4 clump. You got to top 3 this time around. So talk to me about what the entire split has been like for you and the team, trying to get everyone on the same page and still making it to finals weekend, which is a pretty big accomplishment.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all proud of the fact that we came the longest that Shopify's ever been. Like as a team, we did well to improve a lot throughout the split. We were obviously really bad at the start of the split, and I think we improved to at least beat most of the teams. It's pretty clear that Fly and C9 are like a cut above the rest right now. And I mean, I'm happy with how we like improved. Obviously, it wasn't enough, but yeah, looking back on it, like we did pretty well to get to 3rd place at least, considering you know, early split was terrible. And yeah, it's not the end of the world, obviously, but still, for me, I'm always just depressed if I don't win, to be honest.
Well, hey, still top 3. Congratulations making it that far and making it to the finals weekend. I know it's a tough loss, but thanks for coming on and chatting with us as well. That's it from Fudge, so we're going to throw it back over to the lounge.
It is, especially immediately coming after a loss like that, very tough to see the positives, but also just kind of going through the games, and he was able to do that a lot. So I would ask you, Sniper, just like being in a position like that, like what are your thoughts if you come out of a series in general where you didn't feel like it was in your control at all?